Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm actually going to go through all of the items that I packed in my hospital bag to go have my baby, and I'm gonna tell you which items that I actually used and which items I should not have took with me. First of all, my husband is in the other room, like right behind me, and he's watching TV, so you'll probably hear some like background noise of the TV, so that's what that is. But okay, also if I have to stop this video midway because the baby starts crying, that's my life now. So, but daddy's watching him right now, so hopefully we've got a window of time because he's napping. All right, so first of all, if you didn't see my hospital bag video, you can watch it up here and you can actually see the items I'm talking about. I'm not gonna like show them to you right now again, but I just went through and I rewatched my video and I wrote down everything that I packed, and I put like a check mark or a slash beside it, like if I used it or not, because some of the items that I packed that I really thought I would get some use out of, I didn't. So just in case somebody out there is getting ready to have a baby, or you're just genuinely curious, these are the items that I used. So okay, I spent, from the time I got to the hospital, like admitted to the hospital because I was in labor, until the time we got discharged, it was basically 2 days. It's like 48 hours around those times. So it was 2 days in the hospital. So during that time, boppy pillow. I took my boppy pillow, which is a nursing pillow. If you don't know what that is, just look it up. I took that with me, and I'm very glad that I did, because learning how to breastfeed, it was very helpful to have like a good pillow around me. So I'm very happy that I took that. I did pack a throw blanket because I had seen people say that, you know, it helps to have something from home that's like comforting, like, and sometimes the hospital rooms can be cold. I did not use this blanket at all. Our room that we were in, the actual labor and delivery room, and the room that they moved me to afterwards, we had a thermostat in the room that we could adjust if we wanted to. So I just cranked that thing up and I was good. I didn't need any more blankets than what the hospital already provided. I also packed a pillow from home. I did not end up using that. It might have been more comfortable, but I didn't even bring it in from the truck, honestly. It stayed out there the whole time. I never even brought it in the hospital. Next, phone charger. Yes, I used that. My glasses. These were some of my last minute things I needed to pack. Phone charger, yes. Glasses, yes. Camera, yes, because you guys saw that I vlogged. I definitely used that. I did pack my camera charger, but somehow I never ended up needing to charge my camera. The battery was good, but I didn't use the charger, but I'm glad that I had it in case I needed it. Now, my toiletry bag. I had my little green toiletry bag full of stuff. So here's the stuff that I did use. My contact solution and my case for my contacts, because let's see, I had my contacts in for a long time, and if you know anything about wearing contacts, like, you're not supposed to sleep in them, and you're not really supposed to wear them for very like longer than a day. You know, you're supposed to take them out at night and let your eyes get a rest. Well, I had my contacts in for a very long time before I finally, I was in labor like 18 hours, and then we got moved to our afterwards room. I finally, once we got there, put on my glasses, but my eyes definitely were tired, so I did use that. I did pack my makeup eraser and a washcloth, and I did end up, I think I mentioned it in a video after my hospital bag video, but I ended up getting some individually packaged makeup wipes, like Neutrogena makeup wipes. I took one of those, and once labor was over and all that kind of stuff, I did use my makeup wipe to take off my foundation. I did end up leaving on my eye makeup just so I don't know, I ended up leaving it on, but my foundation I had on for so many hours, and it was breaking up and just looking bad. So I used the makeup wipe and I took that off. And then later that evening I did shower, and before I got in the shower I used my makeup eraser to take off my eye makeup. The washcloth I brought from home, I did use that in the shower because I don't think they provided any washcloths at the hospital. There were towels that we used, or that I used, but no washcloths. So I'm glad that I brought that. I also brought some face wash. I used that. Some deodorant. I used that. I definitely like started to smell myself, and I was like, oh, I need to put on some deodorant. Because I don't know if I wasn't sweaty or anything from labor, but I needed some deodorant, so I'm glad I brought that. My prenatal vitamins, I had brought a few of those just because I knew I wanted to keep taking them. I did use those. Tylenol. I had packed a bunch of Tylenol because I had just heard that if they give you like any kind of pain relievers at the hospital, that it can charge your insurance, like it can be expensive on your insurance. Well, luckily I did find out my insurance is going to cover all that. So I didn't use any of my Tylenol, but the hospital was coming in, like I had nurses coming in every once in a while, and they were giving me ibuprofen, like on a schedule, like high-powered ibuprofen. So I did not need to bring any of that Tylenol. So mouthwash, I didn't use the mouthwash, but my husband did. Dry shampoo I did not use because I did actually shower, which was so nice. Toothbrush and toothpaste, yes, I did use that. Shampoo and conditioner, yes, like I said, the way that it was at my hospital, it was like a bathroom and a shower, just like, it was a pretty small little space, but I did get in there and had like a funny little curtain and everything, but I did shower and it felt amazing. And I used my shampoo and my conditioner and my body wash that I brought, my face wash. Like I said, I just kind of took like a typical shower. I did not use my razor. I brought a disposable razor and I knew I probably wouldn't use it, and I didn't. What else? I did bring a little thing of the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream, just like a body lotion. I did use a little bit of that. I brought a sample size face moisturizer, so once I got out of the shower I did put on a face moisturizer just because I didn't want to be dry or anything, dry face. I did bring some Q-tips, and I did use those to clean out my ears after my shower, because I don't know about you guys, but anytime I take a shower I always have to clean my ears out because it just makes me feel better to not have the wetness in my ears. I did bring a brush. I used that. Like I said, I didn't pack any bath towels, but the hospital did provide those for me and for us. So there was that. Then I had a little baggie full of extra hair ties and like a headband. I did not end up using any of that stuff because my hair was already in a ponytail when I got to the hospital, and that's just how the ponytail holder I used the whole time, which is still this exact ponytail holder. Still the same one that I was wearing when I was in labor. Now we're moving on to like clothing and stuff. So I had packed some in a little baggie. I had 2 pairs of extra underwear. I did not end up using those because I have some things here to show you. The hospital provides, or my hospital provided me with some of the lovely mesh underwear that I had been hearing about. So I have some of them to show you. I think they gave me 3 or 4 pairs. And so this is what they look like. They just look like little like boy short kind of things, but they're I don't really know why they call them mesh. I guess they are kind of a meshy material. Yeah, they're pretty thin. So once I had the baby and they got me cleaned up and everything, they had me put one of these on with a big old pad in it, and that is what I wore for the first little bit. But something that I packed that this is probably one of my #1 things that I'm gonna recommend that you pack and that is these. These are the Always, you can see that, Always Discreet Boutique. These are underwear, like Depends underwear. So like I said, they put the mesh underwear on me at first and moved me to the other room, and within a couple hours I had already like leaked through their little setup that they had given me. So I would wear one of these. They are pretty comfortable for what they are, but it's basically just like it Depends. But I would put one of these on, and then I would put a pad inside of this, so I would double up just so I don't know, I just felt like I wasn't leaking anywhere, because with their setup I did leak. They did provide me with lots of pads and like I said, the mesh underwear, but I'm very, very glad that I brought my own diapers. So I did not use my extra underwear that I brought from home because I was wearing the diaper the whole time. I did bring extra pads of my own, and I do actually I can't remember if I used any of those or if I just used the hospital ones. I think I just used the hospital ones, but definitely pack those if you want to have like your own kind of pads, because the ones that they provided actually weren't as big as I thought they would be. So next I packed a couple pairs of socks. I ended up just changing my socks once. I wore the same socks once I got to the hospital in labor. I was wearing the same socks until I had the baby and we got moved to the other room and I went to take my shower. That's when I finally changed my socks. So I also packed some slipper socks, some of those like really warm socks with like the sticky things on the bottom of them, like non-skid bottoms. I did not use those. I just wore regular socks. I didn't see any reason to put on those slipper socks, so I didn't use those. I did use my makeup. I had me a little baggie full of like very basic makeup staples, and I am glad that I took that, because the next day after I had him, like we were in the hospital for like a full day after I'd had him, and at a certain point I was like, woof, I need to like not look so exhausted. So I did have a little bit of time and I put my makeup on, and that definitely made me feel better. I felt more put together, and yeah, so I'm very happy that I brought my makeup. Let me go back to this. Like I said, the hospital provided me with the mesh underwear. They also provided me with this jewel. This is a cleansing bottle. So after you have a baby, I was very not ready for how much bleeding that you have going on. I knew that everybody says that you bleed after you have a baby, but it's a lot. Like for me, it was, I mean, like very heavy period basically, and I'm almost 2 weeks postpartum and it's still, you know, I'm still dealing with that, but it's not near as heavy. Like for me, it's definitely tapering off every day and it's a lot more manageable. But right off the bat, those first few days, lots of blood. And so they advise you to, like with a vaginal birth at least, I don't really know about C-sections, but with a vaginal birth, they advise you not to wipe. You're supposed to just pat yourself. So after you go to the bathroom, you squirt this on yourself and clean yourself, and then you pat yourself dry. So this they provided, and I'm very glad that they did, because this has been very nice. They also gave me a can of Dermaplast. This is pain and itch spray, so you just spray it on yourself, and it's supposed to help with like the pain from like if you have stitches or anything like that. And then they also provided me with these. These are little witch hazel pads, and basically I would put my diaper on, I'd put a pad on, and then these are just little pads. I would pop one of those into the pad, and there you go. So was my setup. That was the stuff that they provided for me. All right, so then I did pack a nursing bra. Very glad that I brought that, because you're learning how to nurse, you're constantly having to undo your little snaps and feed the baby if you are choosing to breastfeed. So I am glad that I brought the nursing bra. I did pack a nursing tank top. I did not use that. I have used it a couple times since I've been home, but no, I did not use that at the hospital. Something that I packed that I really thought I would use and I didn't at all was a robe. I packed a robe. I specifically bought a robe for being at the hospital, and I really wish that I didn't because I did not use it. What I ended up using or wearing afterwards that I'm so glad that I got was the nursing gown that I showed in my video. It was black, just like a nightgown, but it has the little zippers right here where you can undo so you can easily access your boobs to feed your baby. And I packed that and I wore that basically the entire time after I had him. But I was not expecting to use it because I didn't show this in my video because I got it afterwards, but I did end up buying a pajama set, like some nice soft pajama bottoms and then a pajama top that had like buttons all the way down. So I knew I wanted something with buttons so I could easily like unbutton it and, you know, breastfeed. So after I had the baby and they cleaned me up and everything and they were getting ready to move me to the other room, they had me put on, you know, what clothes I wanted. Like I changed out of the hospital gown and put on the clothes that I brought. So I put on my soft pajamas, and then they moved me to the other room. And it was within a couple hours, I had already leaked through their little setup and had to change out of my pajamas because I had like got stuff on the bottoms, on the pajama bottoms. So I changed out of those very quickly, put on that gown, and it was what I wore the rest of the time. And I'm so glad I got that. If I remember to, I will link that nursing gown down below because I got it off Amazon. It was pretty affordable, like around 20 bucks or so. And I have been wearing that every single night since I've had him. It's just been very nice to have just easy access to feed him. So that's been nice. My going home outfit, I had packed just like a basic black tee and some sweatpants and a hoodie. I definitely wore those. That was very useful. Sweatpants is a good choice. Anything with a stretchy waistband is definitely good. And since you're wearing like a big pad that is, I mean, a diaper or whatever you decide to wear, you're gonna feel very bulky down there. So whatever bottoms that you pack, I would definitely recommend like getting something, you know, like a little looser or baggier, not like leggings, like tight leggings or anything like that. So I am glad that I brought some like loose sweatpants. And then very last, if I'm looking at all this correctly, the last thing that I had packed was a couple things of snacks. I had brought like some granola bars and some fruit bars, like Nutri-Grain bars, and was pretty sure that we would use those or my husband would eat some of them. Nobody ate any of them. I kept telling my husband, I was like, you know, there's food in that bag, and he just like went to the vending machine and got something. But we brought the snacks home and we've been eating the snacks now that we're home. But I really thought that somebody at least would eat the snacks that I brought, but nope. So I think that's it. That is everything that I actually used from my hospital bag. Like I said, one of the main things that the two things I am very, very glad that I took was the diapers and my nursing gown. Like those were really nice to have. So that's what I would recommend most of all. But, and this is just what my hospital had provided as far as what I showed you and what I was able to use at the hospital. Every hospital is going to be different for what they provide. So yeah, so that is it. And I hope this video was helpful to somebody. And yeah, so we made it through the video without the baby waking up. Yeah. So anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already, because I post a brand new video whenever I want to. And so I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!